Okay, I'm Yosla, so today gonna bring you Blades of Jianghu.
Blades of Jianghu, Ballad of
Blades of Jianghu, it's better to say like that because it's a huge name. The developer, the name is Asian, I can't pronounce it, and the publisher is Alice Publication. So, it came out from Friday to Saturday, and it has some adult scenes, I think, because they have like a patch to put. So, but in this, it's not like Kagura games. It's like a visual novel, but then they have a how it's pronounced, RPG style, but different how it is. It's animated, but there's some issues with the game. Like some people can't advance from the tutorial, others can't. But the game has a lot of issues. Like I'm playing on my old PC because on my new PC it can't pass from the tutorial, but the old PC can. So what I'm thinking is that if you are playing on Windows 10 or 11, maybe there is issues with those versions of the Windows. People that play with Windows 7 or 8, 8.1, they can play it. Who knows? It's kind of weird, but let's start in here. It's weird how an old PC can run the game and new PCs, powerful PCs can't. Fine snow was falling on a misty day. Many beggars sat in a corner outside the city. As this was the only way into the city, the bodyguards and merchants who were passing through all looked up the beggars with disdain. "Oh, kind sir, will you spare some food, please?" As the weather turns colder, the passers-by all hurried past, no one willing to even stop and look. Winter was approaching, and the homeless beggars could only sit here in hopes that a kind soul will lend them a helping hand. If you are lucky, you'll get a few copper coins, enough for a meal. If not, you'll starve 4 days, slowly losing your physical strength and eventually reduced to bones covered in snow. It was like that outside the city every winter. Every day someone froze to death, and it was a common sight for those passing by. The beggars varied in age. If they were just a child, they were probably orphaned due to certain misfortunes. A little boy looked up towards the sky, catching the snowflakes with his open mouth. A few days ago, someone took pity of him and threw a piece of ragged cloth over. He wrapped himself with it, but was still shivering from the cold. The frail little boy couldn't even remember the last time he ate something. So hungry, so cold. Father, mother. The boy's parents were traveling merchants. Half a year ago, they were attacked by bandits. They desperately escaped into the city with their child, but died in the end due to their severe injuries. Hence, the boy was orphaned. Being only 5 years old, he became the youngest beggar there. In the beginning, the old beggars took pity of him and shared some leftovers with him. However, as they turned colder, the old beggar who took care of him most died of illness. Now, not only is he unable to get a hold of any leftovers, he was often beaten up. Living life as a beggar with barely anything to eat every few days, the boy who was originally cut and plump has now become thin and frail. With his blank eyes, he stared up the sky helplessly, too weak to even open his mouth. He hasn't eaten anything in days, so he had no strength to even go get water. All he could do was open his mouth for snowflakes. Hungry, really so hungry. The boy placed his hand on his growling stomach, slowly closing his eyes. His body was slowly turning cold. It was only a matter of time before he became a corpse by the streets. "Hey, kid, wake up!" The boy opened his eyelids, and in front of him was an old man who smiled at him kindly. It's the deity. Have you come to bring me to where my parents are?" "I'm not a deity. I'm just a doctor who sells medicine." "Sells medicine? Sir, do you have any food? I'm so hungry." The boy spoke softly. Looking at his skinny figure, the old man felt sympathetic. "Kid, where are your parents?" "Father and mother were killed by bandits. God must be punishing me for not being a good child. My dear, it's not your fault." The snow was getting heavy and the old man sighed. "Kid, come with me. I won't let you die." "If I go with you, will I have something to eat?" "Kid, what's your name?" "Gong Zen." The boy seemed to lose the last of his strength to utter his name, then he slowly closed his eyes. So a little bit of backstory. Brother Zen, wake up, target has appeared. Gong Zen felt a sudden shake when he opened his eyes. A beautiful girl was right in front of him. I dream about the day I met Grandpa again. How nostalgic. If it weren't for Grandpa, I would have already died in the snow then. Grandpa, I will definitely carry forward everything you taught me. I will make sure everyone honors your name. Brother Zen is in a daze again. Did you sleep too much? It's all Du Fang's fault. We have been ambushing here all day. Even Brother Zen has fallen asleep while waiting. I'm fine. I just happened to remember something from long ago. That brat Du Fang, we can't let him escape again this time. Suddenly, Lan Smara hopped in front of Gong Zen. Just in case Brother Zen is still drowsy, allow me to explain the mission once more. You'll better keep this in mind. So, a little bit of the tutorial how the combat works. So, arrange order. Select position to choose different moves. So, front, mainly resist the enemy damage. Middle, provide powerful attacks to defeat the enemy. Back, dual position of support and attack. And support, their moves are mainly powerful support or debuff skills. But it's kind of weird how it works. Like, front, you mainly resist the enemy damage. Middle, provide powerful attacks to defeat enemy, but he needs a standby. So maybe it's like, for him, like, the attack standby doesn't do nothing. He can attack on when he's back, dual position of support and attack, maybe, it's that. And then he can only support, maybe it's that. So skill name, you can, that is in Chinese. So with sword attack and with one target, single target. If it has this support and debuff skill, with two is multiple targets. So select, then in the bottom it says what it does, like this, deal a small amount of damage to the enemy and increase user's defense rate by 40% and strength by 5% for this turn. And in here, no special effect. So then with the girl, she has this attack, deal moderate damage to an enemy and increase next ally critical hit by 30% and agility by 5% for this turn. And then press in here and attack. There we go. But this tutorial is like kind of weird how it works. And then this like max HP 000, like, huh? I think like in terms of tutorial should be better. It's kind of weird how it is explained. With that, we got rid of the ruffian who was terrorizing the village. The village who suffered under his oppression can finally sleep in peace now, and this is also my first step in becoming a great hero. He, Brother Zen, has a great ambition. Lan is impressed, but as a great hero, you'll need a middleman like me around. I will be sure to introduce more meaningful missions to Brother Zen. You can help people in need and earn bounties. Isn't that just wonderful? As the saying goes, every year is a copyrighted beauty. He, Brother Zen, better work hard to become a hero. I'm still a nobody now, neither a hero nor a master, but hearing what you just said, it seems you're already a beauty fit for a hero now, huh? Of course, ain't I pretty? With her hands at her waist, Lan stood with her plump chest out, her slender figure and pretty face making Gong Zen's face blush and his heart skipping a beat. Well, it is true though, that his bubbly little lady is indeed a diamond in the rough. I don't get you. Why would you suddenly come to me and say you want to be my middleman when I clearly just started out? That's because I know Brother Zen will definitely become a great hero, and when that happens, I'll become famous as well. For that to happen, you are going to have to introduce more jobs to me. You can count on me. I'll be sure to service you with all I got till you can't leave my side at all. Okay, so now in here how it starts, you have the hint, that is to rest, of course, and to manage your team, and then you have like this that appears main, that is the main mission, then will appear other things to do, that is to explore, that is going to be to grind your characters, like money, like that. So main, the merchant from the western region, many souls are roaming the streets, but you're gonna see. That's why I say it's different from other games that I played. It's been 15 years since I've been taken in by Wei Jun. The orphan Gong Zen, who almost starved to death, has grown into a fine young man. Wei Jun claims to be a traveling doctor selling bone-setting medicine, but his medical skills are superb. While traveling with him, Gonzan has seen him heal numerous bedridden patients. Wei Jun has healing hands. One might say his skills are invaluable, but he only charges the lowest fees, refusing even 1 cent more. When Gonzan was slightly older, Wang Jun began to teach him his medical skills and kung fu, as well as a book that was difficult to understand, Heavenly Demon Poison Scripture. Grandpa, you say we are doctors, but why are we learning about poison? Isn't that harmful? My innocent child, the water that carries the boat is the same that swallows it up. There is only a thin line of a difference between deadly poison and medicine. If you use it right, you can save lives even with deadly poison. Grandpa is getting old. You are smart. This Heaven Demon Poison Scripture will definitely be of help to you in the future. Remember, only people who know how to use poison can truly save others from misery. After Wang Jun's death, Gonzan practiced his teachings persistently for another 3 years in their cottage. Then, feeling like he was ready, he finally took the first step into the world. Grandpa was benefactor, and I can't thank him enough. I will inherit his will and continue to help all those in need. I guess this is the only way I can repay his kindness. Just then there was a knocking on the door. Gonzan early put the book into his bag. Brother Zen, let's go out for a stroll. Go out? I got no money to buy you anything. That's not it. I meant we should take a walk and maybe we'll meet someone in need. Seeing how Lan was so excited, Gonzan couldn't bear to be a spoiled sport, so he agreed. Alright, patrolling the town is responsibility of people like us. If we meet anyone like Du Fang again, we'll just have to subdue him there and then. We can't do that. You won't get paid without a request. Those great hero Gonzan want to be free labor. Lan walked out of the inn, all smiles, arm in arm with Gonzan, and Gonzan can't help thinking to himself how Lan acting too close for comfort, even as his middleman. Brother Zen, this Yuxi town, it is a rest stop for those on the way to Jianghu city. Many people stop by at the shops here. I know, I used to come here often to treat patients with Grandpa. There are so many people on the streets, we can definitely find someone who needs help, can't we? Gonzan and Lan wander about on the streets, but Yuxi town was a simple town and people here live a peaceful life. Just by walking about didn't seem to find them anyone in need. Suddenly a group of soldiers passed by in front and Gonzan stopped in his tracks. That's rare, there are so many soldiers in town. Maybe something happened, let's follow behind. Even though he didn't want to get involved with the soldiers, he too was curious about why there were so many of them in town. The two of them tailed behind the troops secretly and saw them entering a majestic mansion. These soldiers are steady steps, they seem to be well trained. You can tell? These people are the strongest troops right now. Lord Hood is Jianghu army. Lord Hood, isn't he? Guarding the northern Jiang region, second to only the Emperor, the general whom no one dares to offend. Also the biological brother of the Emperor himself. What's the armor of a big shot doing in Yuxi town? Anyway, isn't that a bodyguard burial? Under the cornice of the mansion, there was a plaque with Heroic Bodyguard Burial, written in big gold letters. Talking about the Heroic Bodyguard Burial, that's the biggest one in this area. I heard the boss and chief bodyguard, Wang Do, is a famous figure in Wulin. Heavenly Fist Wang Do, legend as it has, he triumphed over the world with his iron fist. Not one person was his match. The soldiers have entered the burial. Could it be that there is some precious treasure to be guarded? We don't know about that. I don't want to get caught by them. I agree. Lord Woody's troops and the biggest burial wouldn't have any requests that require our help, would they? Brother Zen, let's go back onto the streets. I don't think we are going to find anything here. The two of them returned onto the street, chancing upon some soldiers walking alongside a few people who were apparently martial artists. It was truly a strange sight. Lan, Yuxi town is so crowded today. Those people clad in white look like pros. Why would they be walking together with the soldiers? That's weird. People of Hulin who hustle in the Jianghu like us normally avoid getting involved with government officials. The people of Ulin usually belong to two extremes, with a small number like us who wander in between, but most don't mingle with government officials. Lan observed the people in white carefully, suddenly letting out a gasp. I see, Brother Zen, I know them. Those people are from the Night Sword section. Night Sword sect? Isn't that the top swordsman sect in Hulin? This is my first time seeing someone from there. Night Sword sect isn't only the top swordsman sect, they also proclaim to be the leaders of justice and live by the principle of eradicating evil. They really hate people from the underworld. They are the biggest enemies of those people. Is that so? Wait, then could it be that they are here in town because of Du Fang? A ruffian like Du Fang is indeed a troublemaker they will want to get rid of, but we have already killed him. Maybe they are looking for him? Is fighting for justice in these days they and age already so competitive? Why don't I go tell them we already killed Du Fang? Brother Zen, I think you'll better not get involved with them. Who knows if they see us a thorn in their side? I don't think I'm that good to be a target by top swordsman sect. Oh well, we'll do as you say. There's a place I want to go next. I heard that a traveling merchant from the western region is in town. There are some medicinal herbs that I want to buy. You mean the person with the yak pulling the cart? I know where she is. Follow me. There we go. Lan brought Gonzan to a corner of the town. The yak and the cart could be seen from a distance. The white yak was huge in size and very conspicuous. In front of the cart was a girl in western region clothing calling out to solicit customers. Ladies and gentlemen, you won't want to miss these. From western specialties to the Dongjing sword, if you can name it, we have it. Girl, where are your parents? What parents? The name Shu Mu Feng. I came alone and I own this shop. The little girl spoke with a weird accent. She looks like she was in her early teens, but with the attitude of a shop owner. You came alone from the western regions? That's thousands of miles away. If there's something you want to buy, then speak up, otherwise stop getting in the way of my business. Shoo. Don't chase me away. I haven't even said what I want to buy yet. Hey, what does Big Brother want to buy then? We have herbs, tonics. I can tell Brother is famous swordsman. I recommend this traveling essential, the booster elixir. That's a quick change of attitude. Brother is a customer, of course I have to be more polite. Forget it. Since you say that you have all kind of herbs, then bring me everything right on this piece of paper. Gong then passed her a piece of paper with a few ingredients for making poison written on it. They are all very rare items from the western regions. Gallbladder of nine-song snake, herb of brilliance, heart of kind toad. Big Brother, where do you get this prescription? Is there something wrong? Ha, nothing. I'm just curious because the ingredients in this prescription are all very rare items. Do you sell them? Of course I do. I came from the west to do business. I'll prepare them for you immediately. After getting the stuff, Gonzan and Lan turned to leave. Upon walking a short distance, they realized that Shu Mu Feng was following behind them suspiciously. What's up with that brat? I can't believe she's telling us. Don't tell me she's interested in Brother Zen. Let's walk faster. Try to run. Let's run from them. It's like that style is very good, like they try to explain. So this is the other thing that's different from other games. Like you need to select where you want to go. Like in here it's only going in front, but then later you're gonna have ways to go, like enemies, because the more you go you can find items. So you can say it has RPG style, but at the same time a little bit from Slate Spire, like choose the ways that you want to go. You have that too. So you choose through here. Bro, then you won't become a hero spending your days with these ruffians and scoundrels. See you now again in here. Isn't it true that to become a hero one has to fall into a valley, obtain a lost ancient manual, kill immortal beasts that have lived for thousands of years, even drink their blood? So see, now you can select Dark Alley or Brightly Avenue. Let's see Dark Alley. Brothers, then you won't be the same. So in here. And now we have this tri-pill. It update, collect tri-pill. We got that, and then we talk with Shu Mu Feng. But see, it's like you need to choose where you want to go. Later, you're gonna have to face enemies, of course. Gonzen and Lara both had a skill in martial arts. They thought they would be able to lose the little girl if they just sped up, but to their surprise, Shumu Fang continued to follow behind them like a shadow. The girl, King Gong, is not bad. She's definitely not an ordinary person. The two of them took many turns in the alleys, but still couldn't lose Shumu Fang. Finally, Gonzen had no choice but to stop. Your name is Shumu Fang, right? Why do you keep following me? Hey, that's because the items that you bought are real unique. Nobody has ever bought those things before. So I thought I would better follow you in order to better serve my regular customer. I only bought once and I'm a regular already. Why didn't anybody else buy these things before then? Because, that's... Anyway, big brother, please allow me to join you guys. All of a sudden? I promise not to get in big brother's way and I won't meddle in your affairs as well. Think about it, my shop has everything. Big brother is going to need a lot of supplies while traveling, isn't it? Whenever you need anything, just let me know and I will sell it to you at a huge discount. I'm going to make a disclaimer. It's useless even if you try to run away from me, because my legs are very well trained. This isn't a request, it's a threat. But it really is convenient to be able to buy herbs from Western region anytime. As long as you don't get in my way, I guess it's up to you if you want to follow. Awesome, I'll be in your hair from now on then. You mean in your care? In your hair. So now we are free, correct? So we have the hint that is to rest, item shop that if you want to buy items, but for now we don't need. So main, a request from the Orphan, returning to the alley where Du Fang was killed the day before. Brothers, and why are we back here again? The people from Night Sword Sect and the soldiers all come to Yuxi town. I think something fishy was if it's really related to Du Fang. You think the people from Night Sword Sect and soldiers are looking for Du Fang too? It's possible. Look, there's a few guards over there in the dark alley where no one usually goes to. It's like they are investigating something. Gonzen and Lan hid in the shadows. After the soldiers investigated the area, a tall and well-built man appears suddenly. Brother Zen, that's the head of the heroic bodyguard burial, Wang Do. So he's the famous heavenly feast. Look at all his muscles. Definitely doesn't look like an easy opponent. Wang Do is not only well known, his burial has even monopolized land freight. I heard even officials practice discretion when dealing with him. But the fact that Wang Do came here, could it be related to Du Fang? Given his stats, I don't think he's got anything to do with a ruffian like Du Fang. Wang Du spoke to the guards briefly before turning to leave, the guards then following behind him. As they were quite a distance away, Gongzen couldn't hear what they were saying, leaving him rather confused. Brother Zen, don't think too much into it. Maybe the officials just had a cargo that they wanted Wang Du to help deliver. You are right, we have already killed Du Fang, there is no reason to worry. Just as Gongzen was about to leave, a boy around the age of 10 ran out from the alley and stopped him. Brother Gongzen, if it isn't Pink, why are you here? It's dangerous. Brother Zen, you know this child? Ping is an orphan. We have known each other long ago. Ping and his sister are like siblings to me. Gongzen briefly described how he met Ping. It seems that his grandpa Wang Jun used to come to this town often to help orphans like Gongzen. After Wang Jun passed away, Gongzen continued to aid them financially, preventing them from suffering in cold and hunger. I hear Brother Zen accept requests from people in need. Here are all my savings, Brother Gongzen. Please save Mei. With his dirty hands, he presents 3 coppers. They were all he had. Mei? What happened to Mei? Sob. Mei was abducted yesterday. I couldn't find her all night. Sob. Stop crying first. Keep your coins properly. I'll bring Mei back. Just tell me what happened. Gongzen patted Ping on his head, comforting him gently. Lan can't help but let out a warm smile. I was out on the streets begging yesterday. When I came home, Mei was already gone. I asked so many people. Someone say Mei left with a few men. Do you know who they are? Ping shook his head. That was the only clue he had. His precious sister had been abducted, and he was afraid and helpless. Gonzen was a light in his darkness. Alright, leave this to me, don't worry. Your brother Gongzen is someone who's going to become a great hero. I'll make sure to bring Mei back safely. It's time to save Mei! After the two of them sent Ping home safely, they returned to the alley to investigate. There were a few beggars there, bowing low to passers-by while begging. Brother Zen, why don't we ask those beggars? They are always here. They might know a thing or two. Good idea. Here we go. So, Dark Alley, a beggar. To talk with them. Gonzen then approached the first beggar, tossing him a few coppers as a reward. Hey, did you happen to see a man with a girl around 5 years old passing by last night? Sir, do some good. Sir, do some good. Hey there, can you hear me? No matter how Gongzen questioned him, the beggar only repeated the same sentence over and over. Looks like we won't be getting any clues from this person. So he's already crazy. We can see in here current coordinates 03. So another beggar. Hey, I'm looking for a 5-year-old girl. Do you see a few men with a little girl last night? What little girl? Only thugs, ruffians and bodyguards from the barrio passed by here. Why would there be a child? I see, sorry to bother. Gonzen gave a few coppers and proceeded to ask the next beggar. So let's go for the other to see if they know something. Hey, I'm looking for someone. She's a 5-year-old girl. I heard she's been abducted by a few big guys. Have you seen them? Give me more coppers and I will tell you. Gonzalo took out a tiny piece of silver and tossed it to beggar's broken ball. The beggar jumped in surprise, picking it up earlier. This has to be enough, right? Yes, of course. Sir, you are looking for a little girl? I did see a few men passing by carrying a little girl. Do you know who they are? How could I not know? They are bodyguards from Heroic Bodyguard Barrio, always showing off in town. No one dares to offend them. That Barrio again. I got it. Thanks, pal. That's weird. The Barrio is a huge business with powerful backing. Why would the bodyguards abduct the kids? I don't know either, but since they got Mei, we have got to get her back from them. Interesting. The two of them headed to the barrio, but the gate was locked securely and there was no one around whom they could ask. Brother Zen, it's already late. There is no who's waiting here. Let's go back to the inn first. We'll ask someone from the barrio tomorrow. That's all we can do now. I hope May's okay. But why they will kidnap a kid? Oh, no, madam. Master has been locked up in prison. Master in prison? What happened? Did the master say anything before this? Master didn't say anything, but I heard that the master has listened to argue with others on the imperial court. It seems they weren't on good terms. I got it. You may leave first. I will try to think of a solution. Yes, I hope that the master is alright. Don't worry, the master is loyal to his country. He's got good karma. He will surely get through this misfortune. Madam, the master has unfortunately passed away in prison today. Master died so unjustly. Why is so noisy outside? Go take a look quickly. Madam, a large group of people has intruded the mansion. Madam, we have to go now. Us servants will hold out with our lives. Those guys from the imperial court, do they want to kill all of us? Madam, young lady is still in her room. Please take care and escape first. We will protect the both of you, even if it costs us our lives. The lady walks into the room early. Just then a little girl ran towards her and hugged her. Mother, what's going on outside? I hear so many people screaming. Nothing. Go hide in the closet first. Mother is going outside to take a look. I'll bring you out to play later on. Mother, you are sweating so much. Quickly, get inside the closet and don't make a sound. The lady hides the little girl in the closet, took a deep breath and walked out of the room once again. Thinking about the turn of events, the girl trembled in the corner of their closet. All she could see and hear was the ray of light that came in front the gap of the doors and endless screaming. Mother, so father, I'm so scared. But who is that little girl? Huh. Okay, rescue operation, ambushing at the heroic bodyguard burial, but in return shop, only to show two. It's better to show everything. So you have the money, right? You have here the money. You have HP pill that permanently increase max HP by 5 points. You have this to recover 20 points of HP. You have cuisine, recover 300 points of HP. And you have this acupoint manipulation. After purchase, going then we'll learn acupoint manipulation. I don't know what is that. But if you want to buy, you only press and you go ahead. You can talk, earning 1 tael of silver at a time. How long will it take to become rich as a country? But only to show how it works, the Eaton shop. So for you guys to understand. Next morning, Zen and Lan went to ambush right outside the burial. After waiting patiently for 2 hours, they saw a few bodyguards coming out of the burial. Look, brother Zen, they have 2 kids with them. A few fierce-looking men bringing 2 children who looked so fearful. Gonzen could only think of one thing: human trafficking. Don't tell me this burial is not only in the bodyguard business, but the human trafficking one as well. It's common to be selling orphans. The rich families all need servants, and these orphans are obedient and willing as long as they provide food to them. But that backstory that we were seeing is what for? For who it was? Was for Lan? No, but it was a little girl. Maybe it was Lan, because like the hair seemed like her. Of course, didn't have color because it's like something that happened. But was it about Lan? Who knows? Because they didn't say the name. It's common to be selling. Okay, this we are right. Gongzan scoffed, his lips curling up in a nonchalant smirk. I thought the boy was into some proper business. Who knew they were doing such dirty business secret? Brothers then, they are almost out of sight. Let's go. Because they don't say the name like that, you don't know who it is, that kid. The 2 of them followed the bodyguards into a dark alley, and after a few turns they arrived at a secluded area. The bodyguards knocked softly on one of the doors. Shortly after, a few more bodyguards walked out of the house. Gongzhen and Lan held their breaths and eavesdropped on their conversation. Have you done death count for those who were handing over today? Yeah, they are all here. I bet no one will even think that we have hidden those orphans in the goods to be shipped out of the city. These orphans are going to starve to death sooner or later anyway. It's good we caught them and sell them for money. But there are less and less orphans these days. Those left are very alert as well. It's become harder and harder to do this business. Don't worry, the boss has already made a deal with the governor. If there are no orphans, we can capture the commoners. Ha! Boss is really amazing. This way we won't have to worry about shortage of supply anymore. The conversation of the bodyguards proved the burial guilty of human trafficking. Hearing how they spoke so shamelessly, he was so furious that he couldn't hold it in anymore. To think that the famous boy is committing this kind of crime in secret, how unbelievable. Who is there? You're a good fellow, Gongzhen. Those orphans are under my care. You'll better release them or else. How dare a no boy like you confront us? Don't you know better than to offend us, bodyguards? Bodyguards? You guys are just criminals who kidnap or sell children, and I, Gongzhen, exist to punish such criminals. That's some big talk, and you even brought a pretty girl along. I guess you'll be giving her to us, so we can have some fun. Such a pretty face and good figure. I bet you'll get a huge reward if you give her to the boss. Isn't it better to kill this lad and play with her first, then give her to the boss? Lan frowned aside as the bodyguards heard comments, but then relaxed quickly. But then, these people are too much. They insulted me. You have to teach them a lesson. Don't worry, your brother Zen will make sure to beat the shit out of them so they can't speak of any insults again. Are we fighting? I want in too. Whoa, why are you always here everywhere? It's dangerous, don't get involved. Don't belittle me. If people can fight, so can I. Let's beat them into a pulp, then sell them medicine. What a cunning merchant. Of course. Beat the shit off of them, then she sells the medicine. Okay, bodyguards. Like that you make deals. Okay. So it is deals a moderate damage if the user defeats the enemy with his attack permanent increase user, but I can't defeat them, so. Attack everyone. Nicely done. It's called like the attack of her, of the merchant, is called like comes out money. So when you, it is like you already can attack, but if you want to do other things, you have to press in there. I think I can defeat. Let's try. She goes attack first, and now I can attack her. Can I kill? Nice. See, it increased the agility. Because like that attack increased my agility, like that I already increased the agility of my character. Gunzen and his company defeat the bodyguards and rescued the orphans trapped in the little house. May was among the orphans too. Gunzen sent May back to reunite with Pink, gave them a few tiny pieces of silver and reminded May to never fall strange ever again. When the old saga was over, it was already evening. Gunzen had a sight of relief and returned onto the main street with Lan. We have complete request, but there was no compensation for it. We are making a loss here, hehe. Don't say that. How can I take anything from Ping and May? Brother Zen is so kind. Just how much good karma did they accumulate to be able to meet you? Just like our grandpa saved me. I'm just doing what I can. However, the people seem to lead a peaceful life here, but in truth there is actually a growing number of orphans becoming homeless. The peace is just a facade. If the government is of any use at all, there would be a need for people like us who are neither black nor white. It's true, there are rules in both of these worlds. Only people like us who wander in between have the ability to save the poor and weak and help these orphans. It's just that, with myself alone, there is only so much I can do. If I can truly become a master and become famous, I'm sure I'll be able to help many more homeless children. So this is the reason why you keep saying you want to be a master. Become a master to help orphans. Lan suddenly gets close and clings onto Gonzen's arm. Being caught by surprise, Gonzen's face went red with embarrassment. Hey, what are you doing? We are on the streets. People are watching. Gonzen's speech made me feel so touched. I'm not even embarrassed as a girl. Why is men like you get embarrassed for? Lan's soft chest was pressing up against Gonzen, the warm feeling leaving him lightheaded. Take it as your reward for helping others without getting anything in return. You are really I really can't say no to you. Look, see that style? Very good. In their room at the inn, Gonzen took out jars of powder and placed them on the table, measuring their quantities carefully. Brozen, what is this powder for? Lan, who was sitting beside Gonzen, got curious and reached out her finger to touch it when Gonzen stopped her immediately. Don't touch, this is the fire scorpion poison from the west. Your flesh will rot up and open touch until it's reduced to bones. Lan stuck out her tongue sheepishly and withdrew her hand. There are so many bottles and jars, and you are able to tell them apart? They are the tools of my livelihood. If I can't tell which jar contains the poison, how am I even supposed to continue going about my business? That makes sense, but you don't normally use poison. What's the use of mixing them up? Grandpa passed down my many formidable poisons to me, but I keep thinking that it doesn't seem quite right to use poison if I were on en route to become a master. If Brother Zen meets an opponent whom you can't defeat, then kill him with poison. We'll see about that when the time does come. Don't come too close. Some of this powder can be lethal just from sniffing in. You don't use poison anyway. Let's keep all these poisonous powders and come chat with me. We can chat even if you are sitting further away. But I want to sit right beside Brother Zen. The candle light in the room flickered. Looking at how Lan was suddenly acting like a little girl, Gonzen can't help but smile. You are laughing at my childishness. Did I? You didn't show it, but I know you did in your heart. Ain't you good at guessing, little girl? So you did. So you weren't sure? What a pity. I shouldn't have admitted to it then. Both of them let out a giggle at the same time, then laughed out loud. That night, both of them talked about everything under the sun and laughed a lot. They chat into the late of the night, only going to bed when the candle was burnt out. It's a shame that, like, that style of the game is good, like, the combat is easy to understand, but it's a shame that people are having issues, but they don't know why. Like, because, like, people have powerful PCs, like my brother has a powerful PC, but he can't play the game, and my PC is weak, and he can. Like, what is the difference? That's why I'm saying, maybe it's because of the Windows, like Windows 11 and 10 can't run the game, and Windows 8.1 and Windows 8 can run. It's kind of weird, but I can't explain that. I can't explain. So now what I was talking, like, explore outskirts of Yuxi Town, outskirts. So the game, a lot of people are saying that you're gonna need to grind a lot because you need to level up. Of course, buying items too, of course, but you're gonna need to grind because RPG style. You need to grind too. You have the main mission. You have the explore to show how it works. This explore. So as you can see that when I was talking about like Slate Spire, you have ways to go. Always in this explore, some ways you're gonna find enemies, but then you can find items. Others you find enemies and you get out of the outskirts. You can always leave from here in here, and of course. In here is not only to level up, but at the same time to gain money to buy items. That's why I say you should come here because to level up, in here you don't level up, you gain stats for your character. Let's say like that. It's a shame that I don't know is how to select the enemy. Maybe you can't select the enemy, maybe because they don't explain that. Because like in here, I would prefer to attack the big dog because maybe it's powerful, right? Maybe the big dog is more powerful than the small dog, and now I would prefer to select the big dog to defeat faster. They don't explain. Maybe there is no way. Maybe I can defeat the small dog with this. Ah, but she's gonna attack first. Oh, I can defeat. Nice. Gonna get agility. Nice. Like this girl will tank now. Okay. Like that is not my main character that's gonna tank. Because of that thing in the beginning, like I said, the tutorial is not very clear how it works. Like the positions. So see, you receive these stats, but the problem is this meaning that is leveling up? I don't know that, because again, like I said, the tutorial didn't explain these parts. So see, now you can go to this side or this, but see, outskirts, wolf pack, paw prints, but you can't press this one. I don't know how you get to this, maybe through gear? Yes, through gear. Pressing this, collect outskirts of Yuxi Town, Wolfpack, paw print 1. Okay, defeat the enemy. At the same time, one thing is like you don't know, you can't use items in here. It's like weird. Like I don't, if there is a way to use items, I don't know. Then you can see like. That style of the game, like when you are like in the combat, like animated, how it is, like it's cool. The problem is a lot of people like they are saying it's kind of shame that they can't play the game. It's kind of sad to see that because the game deserves to be played because it's cool, like the artwork, the animated combat, how it is. The story that is good too, they explain very well, like to understand our character, the backstory that we were a homeless kid or orphan, it's better to say like that. So like, and characters, how it is, but it's a shame that some people can't play, because they don't know, and the developers, at least on Steam forums, they don't answer. And and like I always say, if your game comes on Steam, you should always answer to the players, to them know what's happening. It's kind of sad that certain developers, they don't... Yeah, they answer in Chinese, but like, come on. If you release on Steam and you didn't put like only China or like how they say, you need to answer in English. Need to be careful with my character. Let me switch in here. Put this girl to tank. She gonna defeat that. Like that. This gonna tank the enemies a little bit. Okay. So now let's switch. Let's see. Like this. Tank. It's gonna tank. Okay, she didn't defeat. Like that I gain more agility. Nice for my character. And this one is gonna tank because I want her to tank because the others are low health. I think I can defeat now. Like that. Nice. And like that we leave from here. You can always go, but now I need to buy items. Okay, so gonna buy this permanent increase max HP. You press in nearby. This one too. This more expensive. So let's back. So to use the items, you go to the inn. You can rest, but they say that the days pass. So you have these permanently increase all stats. Like you see, I have 46 strength, agility 49. It is the health. You can press the other characters to see. So this one increase max HP. She doesn't have, so let's put her for max HP increase. These all stats, strength. Let's for our character. And these to heal. I think I don't need to heal. I think I still, because you can rest, but I think I don't need. I can explore more. Because you're gonna need to train. It's not like, it's hard to explain how it is this training. Okay, it's only a dog. I think I have to. I can't get the other to get more agility. Because these increase, but like it's hard to know. In there is a snake. Let's go through here. Okay, we kill that snake. Okay, continue attacking. Now we won't get that ability to get more agility. What is that in there? Let's go through here. It's only a wolf, damn it. Okay, there is a lot of wolves. Can we kill the big one immediately like that? Nope, he's tanky. Okay. Okay, let's do like this. He's gonna tank. Nice. And now we can defeat him. There you go, see a lot of agility because of that ability gives agility, and like that we gain more. Now I need to sleep because I don't have a lot of health. Not in items, here rest. See, I sure you want to rest for team recovery. The number of days in the store increased by 1 day. It's kind of weird because they say that. Like that we are full health. But can we find something in there? Is there some item in there? Because we're gonna try it now for always to the left to see. Then we advance on the story. The big dog is more tankier. Oh, good damage. Okay. Okay, we can attack because I'm not gonna be able to attack with him to get more agility because it's gonna be the one to attack first. Okay, these again same thing, the pause. Didn't have nothing. Okay. Nice. Of course, then each character too, then they have different abilities depending on where you, for the others you select to tank, like I can press this one to be in here, this to be in here, and this in here, but she can have other attack too, don't forget. Depends on where you are using the attack tool. But that's better because she can attack to both characters. Okay, let's go for the story. Because there's many ways to go and maybe can have items in there. So Wang Do, the chief bodyguard, noise are coming from the inn as if someone is causing trouble. Let's go for that. The story of Konzen defeat the bodyguards of heroic bodyguard Borio and rescue the kidnapped orphans spread throughout Yushi town overnight. Everyone wondered who is this young hero and were all singing in praise. However, there were people thought otherwise too, and that person was none other than the one who did whatever he wanted in town, the local tyrant Wang Do. The next morning, the moment Gonzen set foot outside the inn, Wang Do approached him with a few men, looking rather hostile and seemingly here to pick a fight. Are you the brat Gonzen? Yes, I am. May I know what business does the chief bodyguard have here with so many men in this early morning? I hear you beat my men up yesterday. And what about it? I can't believe there's someone who dares to interfere with my business, brat. You have got balls. Hahaha. For a family burial like your own, I can't believe you are committing the crimes of kidnapping and selling children. This matter has already spread throughout the whole town. I guess you are not having your way much longer. I've conquered the place with my iron fist alone and defeat many heroes. A brat like you dares to meddle in my affairs, I'm sure you are tired of living, huh? Blowing your own trumpet, all shameless and embarrassing. Nan scratched her pretty little face lightly. Being humiliated by her, Wang Do was furious. You'll better shut up, little girl. Look at how delicate and tender you are. I'm going to sell you for money. If you want to catch me, you have better got that ability too. Wang Do, you have confessed that you are a woman trafficker already. I advise you to turn yourself into the government as soon as possible. Government? What can the government do to me? Haha, I'm the law in Yuxi town. Brett, let me ask you one more thing. Did you kill Du Fang? That's right, he was bullying the commoners and committing evil deeds. I accept the request to punish him in the name of justice. You rascal, no wonder you have no regard for me. Ha, I do want to ask what's in it for me if I do. What a glib tongue, let me show the power of my heavenly fist today. The game has voice too, but I took out because I prefer it to be me reading than the game like reads. I prefer it to be me. Because I think they talk in Chinese, so that's why I prefer to be me reading. Speed. Okay, you can continue attack with everyone like that. Okay. You can continue with like I'm not low health. And like that is defeated. Bye bye. Nothing, no, nobody receives nothing. That's one thing that I don't understand, is why defeating him nobody receives points. You rascal, it seems you got some skill. I guess that's all there is to the heavenly feast. It seems we can't believe all those rumors we hear. Since you lost, come with me to turn yourself into the government now. Bastard, I won't forget this. Wang Do fled with his henchmen, losing the dignity of chief bodyguard all at once. Gong Zhen couldn't help but gave a bitter smile and shook his head. Is that guy really the one they say who conquered the Jianghu with his iron fist alone? The rumors in the martial arts are often distorted and exaggerated. Maybe it was Wang Do himself who spread the exaggerated rumors himself. Don't pursue a desperate foe. Let's go to the barrio to beat him up again tomorrow, then turn him to the government for a reward. Wang Do is not even a wanted criminal. What a reward will there be? Then I guess we are making a loss again? Yes. Being able to resolve the whole woman trafficking matter, Gong Zhen and Lan smiled at each other, feeling glad. Another night has passed. Gong Zhen was planning to head to the barrio early in the morning, but to his surprise there was already a huge buzzing crowd outside when he arrived. Gong Zhen went close out of curiosity. Seeing how the barrio was surrounded by soldiers, he asked a passerby, Mister, what happened to the barrio? Young one, haven't you heard? The chief bodyguard of heroic bodyguard barrio was killed last night. Gong Zhen's face turned pale. Wang Do is dead? I heard he died a terrible death. He was disemboweled and his intestines were even pulled out. Who knew after one night Wang Do died so strangely and so brutally as well? Brother Zen, there are so many soldiers. I think it's better if you don't get close. Gong Zhen nodded and both of them returned to the inn to discuss. Holy shit. This is too strange and coincidental. We have only just defeated him yesterday and he was killed on the same night. To be able to sneak into barrio in the late night, he has many men and his martial arts skills are not bad too. The person who killed him must have been someone formidable. Brother Zen, don't think too much. Wang Do has committed so many evil deeds, I bet he has a lot of enemies. Since someone killed him already, you don't have to dirty your hands anymore. Even so, I can't let this go. Who killed Wang Do? Like, jeez, what a brutal death. So we have now the death of Wang Do or more outskirts. Let's go for the outskirts again, because I saw people saying that you need to grind a lot. So now we're going only to the left. And at the same time to see if I'm powerful enough to defeat immediate enemies or not too. Small wolf we kill with 2 hits. Trying to get more powerful, so let's go for the snakes. Maybe snakes are more powerful than the wolves. Who knows? Let's see. Maybe. It's like one killed, like my character did some damage and then she did 61, like kill immediately. Is she more powerful than the main character? Because I didn't saw if she was more focused on strength, Lan. Because the Gon Zen is focused on agility, like the blue-haired girl, the merchant, is focused on agility too. Maybe Lan is focused on strength. Yeah, because my character does 51, she does 63, see? But so agility what means? Is more maybe faster to attack? Is what it means? At least in certain games, agility means faster to attack. Okay, let's go through this enemy. Now a brown snake. 3 snakes, okay. Let me try like this. This one and this gonna tank a little bit. This is what I'm gonna do. Nice kill, get agility, nicely done. Okay, take out that. Tank. Different wants to tank the attacks a little bit. She doesn't kill with that attack, but like that I get more agility. Nicely done. Can do again, she can tank a little bit more. And now like that I get more agility. Let's see how many agility I got. 12 agility. Through here. Aha, outskirts of Yuchi, lost jade pendant. There we go. An item, but what I do with that item? That's the question. Okay, we can buy more HP pills. Okay, let's buy that. And agility pill. And we have a lot of money, so we can buy the cuisine. Okay. But what is the pendant? Let me see, go to the inn. To see what is that. Because they aren't here. HP pill, she needs more to have more HP. Okay, and this agility point, I have 93, 81. But she's it's like everyone has a lot of agility, but she has Lan has more strength. So let's put agility to Shu Mu Feng. Nobody needs to heal, so we can say. But where is the pendant? See, it's like why I put the pendant? So let's train a little bit more. But where? See, the question is where is the pendant? And those pals too. Now let's go. Let me see. I think there was the pendant in there. I think I saw the pendant in there. Oh, she killed immediately that. Oh, almost killed it. I think I see where is the pendant. I have to pay attention a little bit more in there. Can attack, we don't need more. Okay, nicely done. Yeah, the pendant is in here. The pattern carved on it seems to reveal a hidden path. A hidden path. pattern, but how I see the pattern? Because it's like saying there is a pattern in there that leads us to leads to an hidden path, but you need to see how it is. I can't. The problem is I can't see that. Okay, let's get agility in there. Nice. The problem is I can't see how is the pattern, because like that I could follow the pattern. I think now we can kill this one. Nice. And these looks like there are many wolves nearby. Yeah. The wolf pack paw prints is only saying that there is a lot of dogs. But this one, the pattern carver seems. But the problem is like how I can see the pattern in there. If you can't see the pattern, you don't know how it is. Because it leads to a hidden path. And if you can't see how it is, that's a shame, because I will want to see that. Yeah, this leads to outside. Let's go heal only certain characters. But yeah, you can't see the path, the pattern that does. He has a lot of health, she doesn't have. Let's use this one. Okay, it's good. That's the issue. There is a pattern in there that you need to follow to find a hidden path, but I don't know how to see, right? Because you can't press on the item to see it big. Okay, the death of Wang Do. There are so many soldiers near the body guard barrier. It's better not to get close. After thinking over it for the night, Gonzan still couldn't get past the old matter. The person who killed Wang Do was cruel. If someone like this was in town, it might not actually be a good thing. If that person was an evildoer like Wang Do or Du Fang, there might be more people getting victimized. The more he thought about it, the more he felt like a fish bone was stuck in his throat. He couldn't just let it go without knowing the truth. Ernst Gongzen returned to the area near the barrier and began asking passers-by. However, Wang Do's death was shrouded in mystery. The residents nearby had different opinions. Gongzen wasn't letting anywhere after a whole morning of investigation. Brothers, stop wasting time here. It's useless just finding out groundless rumors. If the person who killed Wang Do was really wreaking havoc in town, it's not too late that you settle the score with him then. But it will be too late when there are people got hurt. Her brothers, and indeed has a strong sense of justice. No wonder I like you so much. You like me? Brother Zen is skilled at martial arts, but you don't know woman at all, huh? If I didn't like you, why did you think I've been risking my life with you? Gongzen can't help recalling when he first stepped out into the world. This beautiful girl appeared before him and introduced many jobs to him. Gongzen was young. He thought that having a soulmate travel with him was something to be happy about. He never thought that Lan likes him. As if reading his mind, Lan pinched his nose lightly. Don't worry, I meant I like your personality. It's still a bit far from the kind of like between opposite sexes. I see. Gongzen felt confused. He couldn't tell whether it was joy or disappointment he was feeling, but he had a sight of relief. He was like, oof, thank God. Lan was by his side every day. With such a young and beautiful girl keeping him company, it would be strange if Gongzen, as a normal man, wasn't moved. He just didn't notice these thoughts because he was so fixated on trying to become a great hero. In order to get his mind off this matter, he shook his head and stopped the fisherman who passed by to inquire. Oh, sir, I want to ask you about something. Did you hear anything about the murder at the heroic bodyguard barrio yesterday? Young man, you must be the one who took Wang Do the other day, right? How did you know? The rumors about you, this wrong already, the text is already wrong. It's like we are saying to the fisherman that he killed that guy. The rumors about you are spread throughout the town. You rescue many kidnapped orphans. Good, it's good. Knowing he has a powerful backing, Wang Do is conceited and acts like he's the head of the town. Finally, someone has taught him a lesson. You want to ask who killed Wang Do? I can only tell you that an incredible figure has arrived in this town. May I ask who it is? The Crimson Flower Rank's top killer, Blood Phoenix. This is all I can tell you. Otherwise, I'll be killed as well. You are on your own now. After saying his word, the mysterious fisherman slipped into the crowd and disappeared in an instant. Gong Zhen observed his footsteps. He didn't seem like our average fisherman, but like a martial artist instead. Who knows, he might even be a respectable elder. The top killer of the Crimson Flower Ranks. What an impressive title. Hasn't Brother Zhen heard of it? Gong Zhen shook his head. He is only out in Jianghu for a short while. Albeit he's gotten acquainted with some other martial artists, he's never heard of mysterious Crimson Flower Ranks before. People say that the Crimson Flower Ranks has a long history. The person who created it is unknown, but all those listed in the ranks are famous killers in Jianghu. So it's a rank for killers. That's right, these killers are elusive, and the most feared of them all is Blood Phoenix, who claims to be the best. The best. I wonder how skilled that person is at martial arts. Maybe it was Blood Phoenix who killed Wang Do? I've only heard rumors, but there's no one in the world who recognized Blood Phoenix because they were all killed by him. It is said that his ways are brutal, loves seeing blood, and he never lets anyone get away alive, hence the title Blood Phoenix. He's viewed as the largest enemy of today's right groups in Hulin, but no one's got anything on him, even until now. Recalling Wang Do's death, it did seem similar to the ways of Blood Phoenix, just like Lan described it. Brother Zhen is good at martial arts, but you are definitely not Blood Phoenix match. You must never continue to investigate about him. If you are being captured by cruel Blood Phoenix, who knows how he will torture you. Gong Zhen's heartbeat quickened. He was just teaching a local tyrant like Wang Do a lesson just a few days back. Who would have thought he could have gotten involved with top killer now? Even though he was young and eager, Gong Zhen wasn't one who would risk his life foolishly. Since Blood Phoenix was said to be the top killer, he must bear some incredible skills, definitely not someone whom Gong Zhen could be a match for. However, why would the top killer suddenly come to Yuxi town to murder a local thug? Mysterious Blood Phoenix. I'm more and more intrigued. Now in Chinese, I can't even read. You can see there are certain issues with the game, sometimes in there. Whereabouts of the ancient painting. New job request from Lan to find a missing ancient painting. So it seems that the top killer Blood Phoenix appeared in the Yuxi town. A few more days later, the door to Heroic Bodyguard Borio was locked. It seems everyone was gone and the place was empty. For the past few days, Gong Zhen came here every day to investigate, but they didn't hear any news about Blood Phoenix anymore, so he forgot about this eventually. Today, Lan came to look for him at the inn, excitement written all over pretty face. But Zhen, good news. What is it? Look how excited you are. Did something good happen? I received a huge job request. The remuneration is a hefty sum. If we earn it, Brother Zhen, we'll be able to live a carefree life for a few years. Is there really something this good? What kind of job is this? There is a collector who wants your help to look for a missing ancient painting. A while ago, the collector requested for a water transport to ship it to Jianghu city, but the painting disappeared during transportation. Talk about water transporters. There is only one in this region, the Whale Gang. That's right, the Whale Gang. The collector tried to ask them for compensation, but they were only willing to compensate a little bit. That was far from the value of the painting. Good riddance, not another ruthless bully. The Whale Gang is a lot bigger than Heroic Bodyguard Borio. Their chief Han Guang is a prominent figure in the underworld with many skilled subordinates. We can't take this lightly. Within Yuxi town and Jianghu city, there is not one person who hasn't heard of the Whale Gang. Outside Jianghu city, a river flows in the color of jade, and it passes through Yuxi, which means Jade River. And that's how the town got its name. This clear Jade River connects many towns and regions, so majority choose to use water transport. The Whale Gang is the group in control of many water freight business, no matter big or small. First appearance of Blood Phoenix, and now he's about to go against the well-known Whale Gang. Gong Zhen couldn't help trembling a little from excitement. Once he gets the job done, he will definitely rise to fame overnight. Well then, let's go to the pier to scout out the Whale Gang. Right, know yourself and know the enemy, then we can win every battle we fight. Both of them arrived at the pier. As everyone knows, the Whale Gang headquarters was afloat the river. It was a giant ship like no other. Such a big ship was unable to set sail within the vicinity of Yuxi town, but it being specially towed here to serve as their headquarters really showed the wealth and power that the Whale Gang holds. Outside the Whale Gang's headquarters there were so many people bustling. Many men clad in sailors' uniform were working at the pier. It was obvious they were working for the Whale Gang. The goods from the smaller ships were unloaded on shore in boxes and then delivered to other places on mule carts. This was the daily routine at the pier. Everything looked very normal as Lan saw how Gong Zhen was deep in thought. She nudged his arm with her elbow. But Zhen, what do you think? People in the Wonderworld value loyalty and faith. Even if the Whale Gang is part of the Wonderworld, they must have been doing legitimate business. Otherwise, the organization will never be able to grow so large and powerful. The collector must have requested for the Whale Gang to deliver his painting, but when it went missing, he wasn't successful in asking for an acceptable compensation, so that's why he's come to us. But we can't possibly confront the Whale Gang on his behalf regarding the compensation. That's the government official job, unless he suspects that Whale Gang stole his ancient painting. But then he's so smart, you guess it right away. In this case, we'll have to infiltrate the Whale Gang to find out. Let's ask around in the area, but you can't stay too long or we'll attract attention. Hence the two of them wandered near the pier, watching the riverside scenery and observing the people from the Whale Gang. Gong Zhen realized that all of them seemed happy, as if about to welcome a celebration of some sort, but he then stopped to ask someone. Hey, I saw that everyone by the pier was wearing a smile. Did something good happen? This is none of your business, but I guess there is no harm in telling you. Our chief's 60th birthday is in a few days. Many respectable figures in the Jianghu have arrived in town to offer him their congratulations. We are in the midst of busy preparing for the celebration event. Well, isn't that a happy event? Isn't it? Our chief Han Guang is a big hero. He started from the bottom and built this organization from scratch. In a few days, many other respectable heroes will be gathered to celebrate with him. What a sight that will be. That person spoke so happily, as if the heroes were here to offer him a birthday wish instead. It wasn't hard to tell how much he loved and respected their chief. With the information he obtained, Gong Zhen and Lan retreated to somewhere quiet and secluded for discussion. The Whale Gang is hosting a birthday party in a few days, and many people are invited. This will be a good opportunity. But then, you want to disguise yourself as a guest and sneak into the Whale Gang headquarters? That's right, the Whale Gang is organizing such a huge event, they won't notice if we sneak in. Wait till they are all tipsy and merry. We'll search the ship and find the painting. He, Ballad, is so bold. Just the thought of looking for something with so many people around is so exciting. Let's go make our preparation as well. We'll sneak into the headquarters on the night of the party. Holy shit. A few days later, it was the night of the birthday party. The martial artists in town has increased significantly. The humble town became bustling and lively at once. The headquarters of the Whale Gang was decorated elaborately, and guests kept streaming in. Gong Zhen brought the birthday gift he prepared on board the ship with Lan while being disguised as guests. Inside the giant ship, there was a banquet set up with at least 100 tables. A tall elderly man sat at the main table with a heady expression in good spirits. When all the guests settled down, the man stood up and toasted to everyone. Brother Zhen, that's the chief of the Whale Gang, Han Guan. I would like to thank everyone for taking the time out to come to my birthday celebration today. We all come from Buddhist backgrounds, so please pay no mind to etiquette, and here I toast to everyone. He's already 60 but still full of vigor. No one is able to lead such a huge organization. Han Guan Finished a big bowl of wine at one go. The heroes all cheered for him and started returning his toasts. That was the beginning of the banquet. While the delectable dish began serving up non-stop, Gonzen shook his head. Good food and good wine, too bad I'm not blessed to enjoy them. The guests who were present didn't all know one another. They just drank and toasted to anyone they met. A few men toasted to Gonzen. He pretended to drink, but poured the wine along his sleeves and onto the floor. After a few rounds of drinks, the heroes were having a jolly time, leaving their own tales and toasting to the other tales as well. It was a very lively scene. Gonzen watched as people started to get drunk and gave Lan a meaningful glance. Two of them left their seats quietly, with no one knowing where they went given the chaos. Lan, let's split up. Brother Zen, be careful. Of course, they saw a girl, they were like, oh. When to separate, Gonzen was his King Gong and maneuvered skillfully through the crowd, minimizing his aura, and came all the way to the deepest part of the ship without anyone noticing. The ship has 3 levels, the banquet being on the first, and Gonzen guessing the second will be the cabins for the people of the whale gang. He came all the way to the 3rd floor, incidentally bumping into one of the henchmen passing by. He then quickly hid in a corner. Even though he wasn't discovered, he was pretty perplexed by the situation before him. This ship is way too big. Where should I even start looking from? There were so many cabins on the 2nd floor. If you were to search them one by one, you won't be finished even by sunrise. Just then, Gongzen had another thought. If the ancient painting was so precious that the whale gang has taken an interest in it, then it must be in the most important place, the ship's bedroom. In any case, let's search the ship's bedroom first. I'll think of something else again if I can't find it there. Gonzen arrived at the 3rd floor. There were a lot of less rooms up here, and it looked like extravagant. One could tell immediately that someone important stayed here. The biggest room must be Hang Guan's room. Taking advantage that there was no one around, Gonzen pushed the door to the biggest room, and to his surprise, it opened. That old geezer Hang Guan is so happy today that he forgot to lock his door. There were precious antiques all around inside Hang Guan's room. Even for someone who didn't know antiques at all like Gonzen, you could tell these were priceless treasures. Who knew an underworld boss would be into these things? Is this what they call artsy-fartsy? Gongzen wasn't very educated. He recalled how Wang Jun taught him to read and write in the past, and he can't help but smile. Oh no, I better hurry. If not, I will get discovered. Gongzen early went through different antiques. Just as he was halfway through, he realized he had another problem. Hold on, Lan didn't tell me what the painting looked like, where it painted scenery or people, where it was rectangle or square. How am I supposed to find it when there are so many paintings here? Just as it was becoming trouble, the door to the room suddenly opened with a bang and a few people rushed in. The one leading them was an old man with the white beard, Hang Guan. Gongzen turned the pale white with fright. Isn't Hang Guan drinking with his guests downstairs? How come he's returned to his bedroom suddenly? I can't believe there is a thief here on my 60th birthday. Ha, Chief Han, I'm afraid there is a misunderstanding. I've been entrusted by someone to find a painting. Hang Guan's man blocked the exit to the room. With nowhere else to go in the room, Gongzen knew he was in trouble, so he could only say something to buy some time. Everything here belongs to my precious collection. You got guts, thief. How dare you come to my room to steal things? It seems the whale gang is being locked down on now. It's a mistake, so this is the chief's bedroom. I guess I must have come to the wrong place. Gongzen gave a hollow laugh, for he knew he couldn't get past so easily. It seems you'll have to put up a tough fight. As he talked, Hang Guan revealed an evil grin and took out the large blade he owed his fame to. Since you dared to come here, I'm sure you knew what's going to happen. You shall die. Wait, I have to fight alone? Yup, it seems. You could leave. Fight alone? How are you gonna fight them alone? Okay, that guy is easy to kill. But that guy, he killed immediately. 500. So it's to lose. Because he took 500 damage. Like, Jesus Christ, it's to lose against this. Gonzen was outnumbered by then because we were alone. He put up a long fight, but with his power alone, he was still defeated in the end. He was then tied up and dragged all the way to the bottommost cabin. In contrast to the clean and beautiful upper cabins, this place was wet and dark, and there was even a rancid smell. After getting beat up, Gonzen was thrown into the wounded priest and locked up there. When the henchmen were out of sight, he then sat upright and regulated his breathing to heal himself. Well, more explore. Because, yeah, you need to lose in there, because you couldn't fit, because you are outnumbered, because you are alone. And the other two were easy to fit, but that guy took immediate lot of health. Like, it's to lose, but you can say, but isn't that kind of stupid that then you come here? Is this like to train yourself? I don't have nothing to heal. Because you can see that we don't have health with our character. Our main character doesn't have health. I need to rest to heal him. I need to see. Yeah, you need to rest to heal him. Okay. So in here we have Forest of Yuxi, the Forest of Yuxi Town. Forest of Yuxi Town is the new place to explore. Okay, let's go always to the left. Yeah, but in here you don't have that. How I like that the jades we don't have in here. Meaning that it's not for here that jade pearl, or how it was called. Meaning it's not to here because you don't have. It's for the other. But how you do it, and that's the question. That's the good question. Let's get the agility. Not going to exit town. Here. Not gonna leave because to search what we have in here. Because for what I'm seeing, there's items in here too. This now is because he's not fast. He doesn't act. She doesn't have time to attack. Yeah. She now doesn't have time to attack her because she's the last one, and her abilities are in here. So that's one of the issues too, because being the last to attack, they lose their abilities to attack too. That's interesting. How there it is. Earth Shield Manual. Lan learned new skill, Earth Shield. There we go. A new ability that Lan learned. Yeah, she can do like that. Like that she can never attack. That's bad. Like that she never attacks now. So if I do this one, if I do this, she can't attack too. So if I do this can't attack too. Only to see. Yeah, she never attacks now. That's interesting. Nicely done. Because she is not fast enough in terms of agility, she can't do attacks. She only can tank or be at last. She never attacks, only standby. Meaning that I'm gonna need to put more speed to her. Oh, a sword in there. To all enemies. Nicely done to attack to everyone. One thing that I want to attack to everyone, like low health everyone. And like this. I can like that. Stand by. For her to tank. Nicely done. Get more agility. We get the sword. Collect Forest of Yuxi Town Elegant Lady Sword. But that is to equip? No, because, right? Yeah, because you can't equip. Ah, you can put skills. Like no skill. There you go. Her shield. Like that she has a skill in here. Ah. Does it have nothing? He has something? No. So where is that sword? See? Like, that sword is for what? That's the things that I don't understand. Because the game never explained it too. Because it appeared in here, a sword of beautiful like a fairy, whose skin is as delicate as ice, bones as precious. So maybe we need to find. Let's go for the right now. Maybe it's like the game saying, okay, you find that, now you need to find that fairy to give the sword. Maybe it's not like an item to equip, because you can't equip items. So we have this sheer manual, learn new skill. I don't want to leave. So there is a new skill for Lan too. That I need to put. Another thing that I learned, that you can put skills. Earth Shield, what those? I should have read that. What is those, Earth Shield? Can I read? Increased max HP of the ally in front. Okay, permanent by 5 points and their current agility by 4% when they are attacked with skills in this turn. Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad, but... Okay, through here. Now, here. Let's try through here. Like I say, to the right. Okay, this can use this to everyone. She can kill. Because it's to the front, alright? Yeah. According to what it says, it's like that. Oh, unknown painting. There you go. Collect force of Yuxita unknown painting. Hey, look at that. Poisonous money manual. Tooth of a black snake, but I can't go to there. What? There's so many things that you can do. There's more ability that Lan learned because I caught. Where's Lan? Not in here. It's in that sheer. Increase next ally strength by 7%. Increase their damage dealt by 25% and critical hit. But she never can attack because she's never on the middle. Yeah. Oh, how I can reach there? Because there was so many things in there to get. Huh. So these the thing that if you want to collect those things, you need to know how to reach. You know, by seemingly well fed with ink and full of energy with the brush strokes, yet all seemingly like a sword dancing right. But you can't press in this, see? Okay, so through here. Defeat the snake. She never gonna attack, okay. That is sheer manual. I don't need because I already got. You can say, but so if you got, why it appears? That's a good question. Why they let it appear again? Like, if the player already got it, right? Like the painting, that sword, that sheer manual, right? That is to learn an ability. I think, in my opinion, they shouldn't appear again because you already got. So it shouldn't appear because it's like a way saying that it's a waste. But at the same time, I understand why developers put in there because it's going to a way. You are selecting to go to that path, meaning that if you want to get it again, you are going to that path, meaning that you can't go to the left. You are going to the right. So that's why. So it's like a way developers say that you need to remember that you already got that ability. You already got that ability, so it's a waste to go through that way. Okay, through here. I don't want to go Yoxi Town. There is something in here behind, so let's see what it is. I hope it's nothing that I got. Come on, don't fuck me over, please. Because at the same time I'm seeing that you're gonna need to remember the paths that you did. You're gonna, in these explore situations, you're gonna need to remember the path that you went to know that, okay, I went through here, and I got this, and this, and then you need to try different. Yep. This is what I already got, the non-painting that's in here. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're gonna need to remember the paths that you did, and you got what you got, and then try different paths until you got different things. That's same thing like that Jade that say that you follow the pattern. So saying that you're gonna find a hidden path. So meaning that there's a lot of things for you to do in this explore. There's things for you to do to find different items and different things that can help you for later, right? So we got the tooth of a black snake. There we go. The venomous fang of the black snake, one of the 5 poisonous creatures in Yuxi Town, appears to be tainted with a hint of amnesic poison. So, but yeah, like, there's a lot of things to do. You have the hint, there's to rest and to heal or to put abilities that you need to find through here. You find the abilities through this explore. The item shop is to buy items. Main is the main story, is where you want to advance on the story. You go always to the main, but you're gonna need to grind. That to grind is on explore. That you go face enemies, try different paths to try to find different items, because there is always different items that you're gonna need to collect for this place. Like for this one, you have that jade pearl or jade necklace that says to follow a pattern to find the hidden path. Maybe in that hidden path you're gonna find some good item, who knows. In this one, you find the unknown painting, a sword, a tooth of the black snake. But like how it's gonna work that like that sword that you find that says that is for a fairy. Do you need to find the fairy, or is for later? That's the issue. Like you don't know how it works. These items, they're like. But is this place that you're gonna need to explore, and you're gonna find abilities for certain characters that then you need to equip. That I showed how to equip. But one thing that the game misses is like they have the tutorial to explain how the combat works, right? But then they forgot to explain how everything works in here. Like the hint, they should explain in the hint. You can press to manage your team stats, that is to heal, improve the stats, and to put abilities, and to sleep, and what happens when you go to sleep. Explain that. The item shop, you can buy items. Okay, that's easy to understand, but right, like other games do, explain everything, and then they explain. In here, it's the main story. You press in here to advance the story. Explore. They should explain. Press in here. You will press. You got this item. These items serve for X. Like that, the player would understand how those items that you find, that they stay in there, how they work, for what it serves. They don't explain that. They only did the tutorial for the combat. So it's kind of like it shows that they forgot to do the tutorial for the rest of the game. It's not that super hard to understand, right? But the problem is that you find those items on the Explorer and you are like, how it works, these items, what I do with them, right? That's the good question for the game, is like how I use them. And like, okay, you don't understand, but you can try to find, right? Like, okay, let me see the paths that I did and try different paths now to see if I can find something. And of course, to advance the story is easy. It's the main story, right? Press main and you advance on story. You will have, it's a visual novel with an RPG style, and it's easy to understand the combat, how it works. But of course, again, don't forget to pay attention on the beginning, the tutorial of the combat, to understand how it works. Don't forget about that, because if you forget, then you, like me, this character now can't use an ability. It's always like only can use Derp Shield because now she's the last. Lani is the last to do her abilities. She can't be the second or the third ability to use. Only the last. It's like you can say, wow, isn't that kind of bad? Yes, I think in terms of combat, shouldn't be the position that they are. Should be like a normal RPG that you select attack, like will be log attack, and items. No, you can't even use items, and it's the position or where the abilities are, then you can't use them. It's like, can be a little bit hard to doing that, yes, but you need to know how to use the items, how it works at the same time. But overall, it's a good game. Like, the story is interesting. The art style of the game is very good. Art style, like in terms of design, very, very good. It's a shame that certain people, like I say, I was talking when I was playing. It's a shame that certain people on Windows, like my brother, with his PC on Windows 11, he can't play the game. He can't pass from the tutorial because the game doesn't read like the damage, right? Doesn't appear the numbers of the damage, so he can't advance. Other people say the same thing, that they can't play. And my PC that I'm playing is very weak, is Windows 8.1, and it's weak and can run the game. And it's like, it's weird, right? Like how the things work. What I'm seeing is that the game doesn't work on Windows 10 and 11, it seems so. It's the only explanation I can give. But yeah, like, it's weird. It's a shame that they release games like this with tons of issues. I don't understand how developers can release their games with issues. I think they should test the game before releasing, and not like, okay, let's release and poop. Because again, every game that I play and I put on YouTube, they are good. But certain ones, then there is bugs or they don't work for certain people, and then I can't explain why they don't work, because if the developers don't explain, I don't know why. For this game, I can explain. Maybe it's only for Windows 8 and doesn't work for Windows 10 and 11. But for others, I can't explain. That's why I always say developers need to test their game before releasing, because these games are this game is worth to play, and it's good. The issue is you see other people that can play and you're like, I play it, but my PC is weak. Why other people have better PCs can't? I can't explain that. But yeah, that's one thing that is kind of sad to see, that a game is worth to play and people can't, because what is the problem? But yeah, again, if you want to give a shot to see if it works or not on your PC, you can buy it on Steam. It's already available. And if you can, congrats, play the game and enjoy. If you can't, like, tough luck. Try to ask the developer why it is happening, but I don't think you're gonna answer, because they are from Asia and they only answer in Chinese or Japanese, whatever. It's like I don't know other ways to. Maybe they can release a fix. Who knows? But yeah, again, if you want to play it, to try it, you can buy it on Steam. It's the only way that I know how to buy it, and try to enjoy the game. So hope you guys enjoy your gameplay, and see you guys next time.